Hello friends, welcome in my YouTube channel Learning Literature with Sudakshina Pathak. So friends, in my today's video, we are going to discuss William Shakespeare sonnet number 18, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? It is one of the best known of 154 sonnets written by the great poet William Shakespeare. In this sonnet, the speaker asks whether or not he should compare his beloved to the summer season and argues that he should not because the comparison does not properly express the depth of his emotion. So let's start our video. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day, thou art more lovely and more temperate? William Shakespeare opens the poem with a caution addressing his friend, Shall I compare thee to a summer day? The speaker is in confusion whether he should compare the young man's beauty with that of a summer or not. And then he drops the idea as he believes that his friend is too perfect to be compared with the summer. In the next line, he emphasizes that his dear friend is more lovely and temperate than the summer. Whereas the summer is extreme with its harsh days, his love's beauty is gentler and more restrained than the summer. Rough winds do shake the darling's buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. The speaker has personified summer here. He says that the violent summer winds are a threat to the beautiful new flower buds that popped up in the early summer. He argues that summer doesn't last very long. It will end and is only for a short lease. The summer must abide by the agreements made to the weather. Sometimes too hot, the eyes of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. Further explaining using personification of nature, the poet says that sometimes the sun is too hot and sometimes too dimmed due to clouds. So the poet refers the sun as the eyes of heaven and the golden face of the sun as his gold complexion. The poet is praising the beauty of his beloved friend indirectly by showing us the shortcoming of the otherwise beautiful summer season. And every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. Here the speaker says that everything changes with time. Even the most beautiful things fade and lose their charm. He says that all the beautiful things will eventually become less beautiful from the previous state of beauty. This degradation happens by chance or by the rule of nature, which remains unmodified. Here the word untrimmed may also be taken as untrimmed sails on a ship. It explains that nature is a ship with sails which aren't adjusted according to the course of the wind for a better course. But the eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Though the beauty of this declines with time, the beauty of youth, that is his beloved friend, will not degrade. The beloved summer, that is his happy summer days, is eternal and will never fade of its charm, nor will the beauty of his friend. Owest or otherwise, interpreted by many as honest, conveys the idea that beauty is sometimes which is borrowed from nature and it must be paid back as the time goes by. Nor shall death brag though one rest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. Death will not be able to boast, seeing the lover wandering under its shade. The speaker personifies death here. He opens that although death has always had an upper hand over life, the beauty of his friend will live in his poem through eternity. The death will never be able to lay hands on his beloved as he is immortal. Death is shown as someone who can brag about the souls he has taken to the darkness, that is underworld. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this and this gives life to thee. These two lines are couplets, and here William Shakespeare makes a prediction that this poem about his beloved's beauty will be acclaimed throughout the ages till men live on this earth. As long as life will go on, his poem will be read by man and woman, and through his poem, his love will also live. Now I will explain the short summary of this sonnet. In this sonnet, the poet asks whether he should. I will compare the fair youth to a summer day. He says that his beloved is far more lovely and far more even-tempered. He then runs off a list of reasons why summer is not all that great. Winds shake the birds that emerged in spring. Summer ends too quickly and the sun can get too hot or be obscured by clouds. The poet further says that everything beautiful eventually fades by chance or by nature's inevitable changes. Coming back to the beloved through, he argues that his or her summer won't go away, nor will his or her beauty fade away. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my video.